Our hills waste away. Darjeeling was recently overrun by a group of joggers who were cleaning up the streets organized by the Vikrant Foundation and Mero Darjeeling. But how big is the waste problem in Darjeeling? Well, an estimated 35 metric tons of waste is generated by Darjeeling on a regular basis, with that number going up to almost 60 metric tons during the tourist season, out of which only 15 to 20 metric tons are actually segregated and properly disposed of. Darjeeling's infrastructure was also built originally for 10,000 people, and that number has jumped up to almost 2 lakh people in the recent years, and this infrastructure has not really coped up to deal with this rise in population. Collection of waste is also quite improper, with only 31% of people stating that there is a daily collection of waste. 24% of people state that there is no fixed day, 18% state that it's only once a week, and 26% state that they don't really have any idea when the waste is collected. This leads to large amounts of uncollected waste remaining in the streets, bins, or even being dumped in jhoras and drains. Darjeeling also does not have a proper waste management plant, with the nearest one being in Siliguri, and transports only being able to take around 15 to 20 tons of waste per day to that transport facility. So you may ask, where does the rest of the waste go? Well, here's your answer. A huge dumping ground in ward number 18, Amarjyoti Gram, which is almost 2 acres large. What was initially planned as a temporary solution to the waste dumping in Darjeeling has now become a permanent fixture for where all the waste eventually ends up. And it almost catches fire almost every winters, releasing huge amounts of toxic fumes into the town, and also has become a major environmental and health hazard. So what can we do to solve this? Well, as mentioned before, the problem is multifaceted. So the solution also needs to have multiple approaches. Well, firstly, the infrastructure really needs to step up. Waste collection needs to be done more frequently, a waste management plant needs to be constructed at Darjeeling, and transport of waste needs to be done on a more regular basis. However, only infra development cannot be the solution. There needs to be awareness and proper responsibility shown by the citizens as well. And this has been wonderfully showcased in the plogging initiatives taken up by the citizens of Darjeeling, and I really commend them for this. Hundreds of people actually showed up to clean the streets with their own 2 hands, and this actually showcases the willingness and the determination of the people of Darjeeling to keep our town clean. But the efforts cannot stop there. Every single household can do a lot to actually help lift the burden from the waste management systems, such as composting, segregation at their own home if they have the capabilities to do so. Thus, in the immortal words of Mingma Sherpa Da,
दार्जिलिङ सफा कसै गर्ने तिम्रो र मेरो दार्जिलिङ सफा आफै राख्ने